Atención, Wilson Manyoma, Borbona.
Microphones.
We're playing the whole sample this time.
The entire thing. You know
We
what?
don't care. I
'Cause
don't give a what?
Not a single one.
Yeah.
And
Fuck that.
we'll get a takedown notification from Spotify.
We are. And I don't give a shit. They'll take us down, but people will find us. If you know where there's a will, there's a way. The people who build it and they will come, you know?
I'm starting to learn something.
What are you learning, bro? That not giving a fuck is the way to go?
I think so.
It's the only way to go, bro. You can't. You got to be honest, man. People connect with honesty. They know when you're being honest.
You know what's funny?
They know it.
That's true.
They know it, dude.
That is true. But I feel like there's a trend right now where there's a lot of dummies doing very good. Like
Yeah, so we're due.
We're up next. You see, and this isn't even a topic of ours, and I don't even want to mention this guy, but have you seen this new guy that's like super big right now in the streaming world? By the way, IRL streaming becoming mainstream. When I was
What, that
watching
kid
it
from the
5 years
Bronx?
ago-
That white boy from the Bronx?
No, I'm talking about Clavicular. Is he from the Bronx? I don't think he's from the Bronx.
Oh, nah.
He's the guy that's all about like looks maxing, and he got like allegedly he either got or he's
Didn't he
gonna
just get
like, the
slapped or
jaw
something by a
surgery.
chick? He just got slapped by a chick, and then he had her arrested and is suing her.
That
She
sounds like
walked
him.
up and slapped him and flipped him off, and he was like, said something to her, and she's like, what? He's like, I'm gonna sue you. And I was like, what? He was like, security over.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if it's real or not, because I think at this point, everything is
It's all fake.
Everything's trolling online.
It's all fake.
Everything is trolling.
Vaseline.
Yeah. Come on, must have muted it by accident.
Thank you. Thank you.
But
thank you.
but yeah, so Chuck Norris is L guy, and he passed. Man, it's sad, dude. He was really he was one of the guys. When we were kids, me and my friends, we used to all be one of those guys when we're playing, right?
You were all like, yeah, like one person's one person is
Chuck Norris,
person's
one's
Sean
Van
Connery.
Damme.
Yeah.
And my boy Sean always got stuck being Charles Bronson because he had mad brothers. So they always used to pick. I mean, he was third. So it's like Van Damme is gone off the bat.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, Van Damme has gone off the bat. And then Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger. So then me and Sean are the same age. So it was like whoever was first got it. So if it's like, shout out Sylvester Stallone, like, what are you left with?
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Today, or in their prime, all those dudes scrap. Who's winning?
Who's winning in their prime? All
Yeah.
those dudes scrap. It's going Jean-Claude Van Damme or Chuck Norris.
Okay, because Chuck Norris was really, like, he doesn't just in movies kicking ass. He was also kicking ass in real life.
Chuck Norris was a black belt world champion American kickboxer. And then he thought when jiu-jitsu came here that he was gonna, like, he was one of the guys that was like, I'll test the art, like, you know, and I'll spar one of these guys or something like that. And I think it was Hickson. Tapped him in seconds. It was either Hickson or it was Hoist Gracie. It was one of the Gracies. And they strangle him, yo. He was so impressed by it that he studied under him, became a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
No way. I didn't know that story.
Oh, yeah, dude. Chuck Norris is he's the baddest dude from that time period.
Holy smokes. Yeah, I didn't know that.
He is like private lessons in the garage.
From the Gracies.
From the Gracies. Like from the main generation of the Gracies. You know, like that shit is no bullshit, bro. That shit is no bullshit. So, yeah, he's the man. Oh, so Chris says, ain't no way Steven Seagal can fight his way out of a paper bag, let alone anyone for real. Man.
Steven Seagal, I don't know. This could have been a timing thing, though, because I agree that Steven Seagal is crazy.
Is Steven Seagal? No, now he is. He's a crazy old man. He looks like Jake the Snake Roberts now. You know, his head's full of shoe polish.
What UFC fighter said, did he say that he, taught him the move?
Anderson Silva. Guy said he trained the spider. What are you talking about?
That's the most ridiculous.
Yo, but no bullshit. I think Anderson Silva leaned into it because I could swear hang on. I could swear Steven Seagal was in his corner in one fight. Like, I think he just let him rock.
Dude, I think he says that Anderson Silva taught him something, caught him outside of a hotel and was like, hey, I see you're doing this. You should try this kind of thing. And then he just took credit for everything after that.
Facts, probably. But in the chat is mad funny because they're these Steven Seagal movies. You ever see a Seagal movie?
Not in a very long time, but yeah, when I was young, I've watched more Seagal movies than Van Damme or Chuck Norris.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, the Steven Seagal movies were not for nothing. It was like Aikido or whatever, but they were the most believable scraps in those movies. Like, I'm not playing. If you watch one of those where he's like, where's Johnny Lupo? What's his name? Lupo. Hey, I'm here. He shows up at the gangster spot talking about, yo, I'm looking for this guy. Where's he at? I think he's like the guy that hit Johnny Lupo. He's like, where is he? Yo, they're like, who is this guy? Whatever. They come down, bro. He whoops everybody's ass in there. And quick ass whippings. Like, he'll hit you with a pool ball. Clutching his hand and crack you with it and then smack the other guy. And Dave says he'll whoop your ass, he'll slap you around, throw you in a phone booth. Like, he would do that kind of shit. Like, he'll crack you like whack, whack across the neck, bam, through the phone booth, shut the door.
But is it just like theater?
I don't know, man, to be honest.
That's how good he was.
Dude,
we're still okay. Did he compete?
Do you know that Steven Seagal was the first ever American to be the level of an Aikido black belt where they took him to Japan and let him teach Japanese students? He's like the first American Aikido master that taught in Japan. Like, this dude spoke Japanese and shit and was really like the last samurai over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he got props and he got love for it. He really did.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen how much they love Rampage Jackson over there, so I don't know if I take their judgment very well.
Dude,
but,
Rampage Jackson was a savage.
He's the man. There's a point where he was the best fighter out. It's funny because everybody's watching him IRL stream and they don't know that at one point, before he fought John Jones, Rampage Jackson, Quinton Rampage Jackson, was the baddest man on the planet. He was like, I can't say Conor because Conor's a different, he's a different kind of person. Like, he's big in so many, but he was one of the most feared men on the planet. Rampage Jackson, at least in mixed martial arts. Rampage Jackson, the guy, Big Booty Jackson or Pirate Booty Jackson, whatever they're calling him on the live stream now. Whatever they're calling him, I don't call him that, but he was one of the baddest motherfuckers in MMA at the time. A lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, and the timer's going, so we got the timer going. So we got
stuff.
So yeah, R.I.P. Chuck Norris.
R.I.P. Chuck Norris and R.I.P. the creator of OnlyFans. I didn't even write down this dude's name.
The creator of OnlyFans. Who cares about his name? You know who he is. You could look him up and you can Google him. The reason we want to talk about him is just people's perception of his death.
Some people say it's karma.
People are celebrating this guy's death. He died of cancer. And people at 43, you build $1 billion startup company. You build it and you are Zuckerberg. He's Fuckerberg.
Yeah. That's very good. I don't even know if you had that loaded up.
I didn't.
If that's either way, it's very impressive. Off the cuff or not. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this guy, he becomes the legit Fuckerberg of the startup world. And he now is just 43 years old, throwing a towel. Your yacht's not even dry. The paint on your yacht's not done yet.
Yeah.
You know,
Damn.
and yeah, man, it's fucked up.
He doesn't, it's not, also, like, he's not out there telling these people to go do this. And it's...
He's not, and I think it's kind of bullshit that, you know, that he's being hailed as some kind of supervillain, and the reason why women are skanks sometimes online. It's not his doing. This was gonna happen anyway, but I guess he did give the vessel, right?
No. Let's not forget that private Snapchats were a thing. This already existed. He streamlined it and made it more accessible, and then monetized that platform, because private Snapchats and private these other platforms already existed, and girls were selling pictures of their totos online way before this.
Okay.
Because when you look at the people who came in on the ground floor, I'll give you an example. Lena the Plug, she started with the private Snapchat. And when OnlyFans came in, she just transitioned to it naturally because she already had like a fan base of people who were paying monthly for her stuff.
So she just funneled these people to the OnlyFans pipeline.
Precisely.
Okay, so he didn't make the skanks, he made the skanks millionaires.
He made it easier for them. He gave them an agency almost.
Yeah,
He basically gave them
he gave
a
them
building.
distribution.
He gave them distribution, yeah.
He
He's
gave
the-
him distribution.
Yeah,
All right.
he's the Sony of fucking Toto, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the universal hoochios, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, all right. I mean, I could see it, but so what do you think? Because I think it's messed up. People are celebrating the guy's death like he deserved it and he had it coming. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's not like, I can't think of something else that was created in recent time that's classified as like evil that you could say like, oh, this person died, good for them. You know what I'm saying? People would
Yeah.
say the same thing if Zuckerberg died though. They would say the same exact thing. They would say like, oh yeah, look, you know, terrible stuff that happens because of Facebook. But here's the reality. If it wasn't Facebook, it was going to be Mi Gente. If it wasn't going to be Mi Gente, it was going to be, you know, what was it? High Five or Black
Yeah.
Planet or MySpace. It's like all these like, if this guy didn't create OnlyFans, there would have just been another version.
But have you heard of what is, you know, what has come out recently? It was on a podcast. It was brought up and it's a real thing, which is crazy. You know, DARPA, right? The agency of the government, that apparently there was a program they had called There was a program they had called LifeLog. There was a program they had called LifeLog, and LifeLog was supposed to track and get all your data. So it was supposed to collect all your data, all your stuff throughout the course of your life. It was a government program. It's a theory because this thing did exist, and the timing is crazy. The same exact day that DARPA was shut down, Facebook was registered as a business. So there's a theory that this already existed, and they just gave it to Zuckerberg to become Facebook, and that the twins that are involved in the story is potentially just government, propaganda, that those guys are part of the machine and they got paid millions of dollars just to play the part of the guys that actually made it and Zuckerberg stole it. You know, so there's this weird conspiracy theory that makes it sound like Facebook is really the government.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
that's interesting.
because people go on there and naturally, you know, they put a timeline of their life, their kids,
But
their
it didn't
family.
start that way. It
No.
evolved into that. It started as, I remember when Facebook was only for college students.
Me too.
And you needed to be a student to get access.
Not only college, it was certain colleges. You had to be an Ivy League type of school. When I first found out about Facebook, I couldn't get it because I was going to Suffolk Community College. But my boy was going to St. John's University and he could get in.
You know how I got it? The person was going to Purdue.
See, that's what I'm saying. So it was these higher end schools that had access. Not every school had access.
Yeah. The person who
know?
hooked me up went to, but that's interesting that you also
Yeah.
both in on the ground floor.
St. John's, you know what I'm
You
saying?
know?
Before I was even a student, bro.
Yeah, I might have been in a hiatus when I signed up, but either way. Yeah, that's,
So it would
that's-
be like-
that's the only like kind of like blur line, right? It's like, well, it didn't start up like this, but you know what? When Netflix started. It was $7.99. Now it's like $30, and I'm sure they knew that it was going to evolve to that. So maybe Facebook knew that it was going to evolve into that. It was going to overtake all these other inferior platforms and kind of dominate the industry. And like you said, people put their entire lives on there.
People put their whole lives on it, and you know what? It's crazy because people make Facebook sometimes or Instagrams and they make them private and it's of their kids just so that when their kids come of age, they can show them and they have like this database of photos of their whole life. You know, I know people that have done that have made accounts for their kids, but made them private and kind of made this time capsule of their life as babies. And then they're going to like hand over the login to them when they turn old enough or something like that.
It's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it's.
I could see the coolness behind the idea. If like we took the brand Facebook away from it,
Yeah.
right. I think it's a pretty cool concept, right?
I agree.
That's similar to like you getting like one of those books. I got a book from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Next topic.
Yeah, so we got a little grace period there, but so what's next? I think you went out of order. Did you do number 2? We did number 2 as the OnlyFans guy. What was the other number 2?
No, number 2 is the LaGuardia fire truck.
Because we did Chuck first.
We did Chuck first.
So LaGuardia, Jesus Christ, the LaGuardia airport shit is a disaster.
You know, I thought we went away from like the airport things, the airport stories. And they don't come in one, so best believe in the next couple of days we're gonna see another stupid airport story. Because last time we reported on it, there was like 4 more to follow. But somehow, some way, imagine this: in a world, there's a plane taking off, and there's a fire truck being driven by police officers that crashes into said plane.
Yeah. That crosses the runway. So I want everybody to think for a second what the physics and probability is of this happening.
Dude, that's just a Dr. Seuss fucking bar. I'm sure he could whip it up and it would sound just, it would
Think about that. You got the plane coming. You got the fire truck. First of all, you have an emergency that's close enough to there to have a fire truck on the goddamn tarmac to begin with. Yeah. So they're over there. Then this plane comes down. And initially, of course, nobody talks about this. But you know how I feel about these airlines? Frontier was the first plane that was clear to land or some shit like that. And they were like, nah, I'm good. Or something like that. So it was like, come on, Frontier. You're getting involved in everything that sucks about air travel.
Yeah.
If you ask me, the real culprit in this whole entire thing is the Frontier airplane.
Extinguish them.
So the fire truck is trying to cross the tarmac, and they get cleared by the tower to cross at that point. And as they're crossing, a plane has just landed and is barreling down the runway at landing speed, which is the same as like taking off kind of speed, just probably a little slower. But that thing had to have been doing like 60 miles an hour or something like that.
Oh, it had just landed?
It had just landed.
Sorry, I said taking off.
Oh, yeah, no, it had just landed.
What's the story behind the cops driving the fire truck?
I don't know about that.
And do you think that before the cops started driving the fire truck, there may have been an argument between the cops about who was going to drive the fire truck? Because I don't think that's something they get to do every day, right? So do you think, let's say you and I were brothers in blue,
Yeah.
police officers, NYPD's New York State's finest, and we get to this fire truck, there's no way you're just going to let me drive that motherfucker, right? There's going to be a conversation, right?
Yeah, but, there'd be a conversation that would probably result in a rock, paper, scissors or something like that.
That's the only way to do this, like gentlemen.
Yeah, but I have a theory. You know what my theory is going to be about who was driving that truck?
Oh, you think so? You think they let her behind the wheel?
Dude, I wouldn't bet that there was a tight little bun back here.
Yeah.
And it was a nice little lady driving that truck. No, am I kidding? I mean, probably not.
I'll tell you one thing.
They've been quiet about the identities of the police officers.
Oh, yeah, they're not saying that.
I don't know. I'm guessing woman. That's what I'm guessing.
Well, they said that whoever told them to go also was telling them to stop a bunch of times.
Dude, mad times.
And the person didn't listen.
What was crazy to me is it seemed like they just got cleared and then stopped listening.
Yeah, they say, yeah, we good. Hit it, and then they cranked the music up.
Yeah, they said he good, and they turned it up when
and nobody could hear him say, hey, Hey, stop.
Yo, we're not laughing at the tragedy. We're laughing at the scenario. We're making an SNL skit in our minds of how this went down.
Yeah,
So,
it's terrible. The 2 pilots passed.
Yeah,
I think they're the
it's-
only ones that were.
yeah, the only ones killed, which is terrible. And but it's just crazy to me. You tell them that, they're told to go, then they don't go. They go. What are we saying?
Tom says planes are traveling at 130 to 180 miles an hour.
Look at that.
When landing.
When landing. See?
And that looked like a fast plane.
Oh, it was fat. And the thing just ripped off. That thing turned into a soda can.
Are you kidding? Dude, it looked like it was like erect.
Dude,
was
it looked like an exploding cigar. When that shit landed, I was like, what the hell? I was like, I didn't know they had like what do you call them? Like hollow point planes.
No, it looked like those cartoon guns when they explode, the barrel explodes.
When the guy like puts his finger in it, like,
Yeah.
and then it just pops.
Insane.
But, yeah, it's terrible, man, that happened. But
It's
a lot of
sad.
shit went wrong.
It's sad.
A lot of shit went wrong. Too many things went wrong. And then, of course, you got the shutdown, the government shutdown that people are blaming for this.
Well, the shutdown's crazy because the shutdown's creating, but I don't know if the shutdown is necessarily the cause of this, but the shutdown in general is making the airport like a hell. They say there's like 4 times the amount of wait time because everybody's calling in sick.
Dude, I am flying in like 2 weeks.
Oof.
Bro, so I don't know what's going to happen. People are saying get to the airport 5 hours early and shit like that. So,
Dude, you better get there the day before, bro.
and you see now who they just put working at the airports now because it's so crazy. You see what Trump did?
No, what did he do? He put Trump. Fuck me. He put Elon there?
No, he didn't put Elon there. He put ICE there.
He put ICE at the airport.
ICE to help at the airport.
What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do?
Apparently, I don't think they're trained to use the X-ray equipment and stuff like that. You got to be angry and hood to do that job.
Yeah,
I don't
100%.
think ICE is going to be angry and hood. You need to be an angry ass person to work the X-ray machine.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be rude and shit.
You
So
gotta
I'm-
hate your life.
Yeah, you and everybody that travels, you gotta be like, bitch ass motherfucker on vacation.
Yeah.
I hate that all these motherfuckers are going on vacation. That's what everybody acts like.
Bro, they're people who got promoted from the DMV. That's how they get that fucking job.
You're damn, that's a very good, it's just bureaucratic bullshit. But anyway, so yeah, ICE is gonna be there. And it's just,
interesting.
yeah, it's very interesting. They're going to be very busy. So it's just crazy to me that the shutdown could potentially have had an effect on this. They said allegedly the guy that told him to land, that cleared him from the tower to the truck to cross, was working a double, like a mandated double. They're alleging.
Ugh.
And I'm like, come on, dude, don't tell me you wore this guy out. This guy is like,
Well, because you know what? They're not. The ICE ain't in LaGuardia. Madami's not letting them come in. That's for sure. He's another guy that's fucking in the media recently.
that dude is insane. I don't even want to get into that guy, but
communist. All right.
But yeah, so it's gonna be, it's crazy, that whole LaGuardia shit.
Insane.
But we vowed to not talk about politics. We're staying away from the other guy. Go
Not
ahead.
talking about politics.
Not here. Fuck that.
Next topic. Are you ready? Speaking of crazy stories, next up, the quadriplegic who shoots his best friend. or quad amputee. I don't want to miss fucking gender this dude. What is he?
He's a quad amputee.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a quad amputee. At
Wait.
10 months for sepsis. He was septic at 10 months old, and they cut his arms and legs off.
Okay.
So his legs are cut above the knee, and he's cut like just below the elbow or around the elbow
Yeah.
on his upper arms.
Quadriplegic, you still got them. They just don't work, right?
Yeah, quadriplegic, they're on standby.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
They're on standby. These have been deleted.
How the fuck? You know what's
They
so
cleared his cookies, this guy.
He's got no cash. Before watching the videos that we've all watched that we're going to share with you guys, I thought to myself, how the heck did this guy pull that off?
I had a lot of questions, and to me, I feel very free at this point. He did such a dirtbag thing. I feel completely fine to make fun of him.
Oh,
So,
100%. Honestly, this guy is able-bodied.
yeah, he is.
Yeah.
If he was able to do that, his name, I'm going to tell you right now, he's a Maryland man named Dayton Weber. That's his name.
He's also is he like a professional cornhole player?
Yeah, he's a cornhole champion.
Cornhole champion.
Professional cornhole player facing murder charges. Yeah, the guy is, I seen him. I know I got questions about that too. He looks like a fucking big throw pillow.
Dude.
That's what this dude looks like.
Spaz today said he looks like the dudes from, what is it? Oh my God. The Shark Boy and Lava Girl, the thumb guys. It's not Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
No,
It's,
he said Shrek.
No, it's not Shrek. It's the thumb. It's Shark Boy Lava Girl. Yeah.
I don't know what that is. It's an old like superhero thing, like kid superheroes.
It's a kid superhero movie with a brother and sister play. It's not. It might not.
Yeah, but he killed me when he said that he looked like Patrick from SpongeBob.
Yeah.
That's when I lost it, bro. I was like, oh my God.
It's the visualization is crazy, and I've been watching the Paralympics for the past couple days. So
100%.
they got one dude who's a quadra amputee or whatever, and he's a swimmer. And I swear to God, this guy could beat all of us in the swimming race.
See, but he had very small but underdeveloped appendages, like hands and feet. They were just like, still loading.
Well, that
you know
dude
what I'm saying?
had was excellent core strength, so he could move that way in the water.
Yeah.
How do you think they even taught him that without him drowning? How do you teach somebody like that how to fucking swim, let alone race?
I don't know, dude. He looks like he gets some tang.
Yeah, 100% that dude fucks. Going back to the shooter.
Sure. But the shooter, so the shooter is different because he doesn't have any hands. He doesn't have like any fingers. There's nothing underdeveloped. Like you've seen them guys with like the chicken wings and shit like that. Like it's like, there's this one guy that eats food. I don't want to sound crazy, but the guy calls himself, he identifies them as chicken wings. That's what he calls them. It's like a joke of his. And he always like taps on his food. You ever see that guy?
Exactly
you know what I'm talking about? He's like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You think
he'll
he
like
can
tap
control
on
that thing, or it's just free fucking?
Dude, that guy could be an archer with them
That
things,
thing's
bro.
on a gimbal, or what do you think? Dude, is a ball joint at the end of that? Can he control that, or is it just? Is the screw completely loosened at the end of the fucking pivot ball?
Yo, I have no idea. That's a very good question. His bearings in there, and them things are greased for sure. The way it's like, the way he slaps on the bun or when he opens a drink.
Yeah,
shit looks crazy. But that guy, I could see for sure pulling the trigger with something. Mm-hmm. This other guy has like 4 mag lights. It's like there's nothing for him to do with that. So I'm like, I don't know. He's like tennis ball cans.
Yeah,
I don't know how the hell he's shooting a pistol, but. Of course, the internet being what it is, what do people dig up?
A video of this dude fucking letting off some rounds.
Yeah, dude, they dig up a video of this guy licking off. Well, there was a video that we had on here that's not working.
What does it say?
It's just got the yellow exclamation.
That's interesting.
Yeah, very interesting and very disappointing.
Work?
Yeah. It does.
Okay.
We're going to get back to that story in a second. But the guy, there's a video of him loading what looks to be a Beretta, some kind of 9mm pistol, loading the magazine, and then proceeding to let rounds off with valid gun control. Like there's no kickback hitting him. If you want to, go see if you could pull that up because I'm curious about it. And then we got to get into my boy Jack Reacher. You already know Jack Reacher and me. That guy has had some of the most fire action sequences in any TV show. Period. Berto's going to pull up. He's going to pull this up real quick. There it is. So look at this. Dude, that's not against his chest. It is not. He's holding that thing. Look. First, he loads the magazine. Dude, I don't know why. I guess it's pretty cool that he could do that. That's why he would put this on the internet. But I'm like,
are you crazy? Of course that's why he put it on the internet. How did you...
I would, to myself, I'd be like, bro, you know how much bank he can make as a hitman? They'd be like, yo, this dude, I'm telling you, let off. They'd be like, yeah, okay, buddy. Bro, what?
Dude,
doesn't that hurt? Like his...
There's something in there.
Yeah, there's got to be something in there, right?
There's something in there.
It's like
I
the
think
tip
he's
of his funny
it's
bone
like
or
a-
something.
It's more of a mitten.
Yeah.
Than a nub.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's
You know?
something going on in there because I don't know, he's got some kind of fine motor function in there. But anyway, so this guy ends up hitting his best friend.
Why did he kill him?
I don't know. Lord only knows why he killed him, dude. I have no idea. But to kill like your
How
close
you
friend,
let that dude get the jump on you?
I don't know. If he gets the drop, but he's very unassuming, very unsuspecting. You know, but the way he's shooting in that video, he been letting that thing off. This ain't his first body.
Maybe not.
I'm telling you right now, this is not this guy's first body.
I don't want to say shame on this guy for letting this guy. How you didn't see this coming? This dude's fiddling around over there. Put these glasses on so I can keep an eye on you.
Dude,
like, how the fuck? How does he let... He had to have already had it out, right? He's not going to sit next to you and pull that thing out on you.
I don't know. I mean, he must have had it out. And I guess it was just the guy didn't feel threatened at all. Or maybe it was a mistake. I mean, do we really think those things are, may not have misfired the weapon?
It even firing is impressive.
Yeah. You can't tell me that it's not possible that he did something, in transferring it from his dick to his hand, whatever, however he gets that thing done.
Okay, so he shot his friend, but we don't know the details.
They charged him with murder. So
if you accidentally shoot somebody, is that murder or is that manslaughter?
Probably manslaughter. I mean, premeditation has to be kind of in the equation somehow.
So he definitely was just holding that shit, waiting for him to walk into the room. He was definitely...
Nah, he shot him in the car.
He was waiting. He is back against the fucking door. Back against the passenger seat door.
Yeah, he must have.
It has to be something like that.
Yeah, you're right.
Dude,
How
there's
you let
no
him get
way
the drop
he's
on you?
getting the drop. Dude, he's
How you
got
let
a
him
damn
get the
near
drop on
about
you?
face to get into his pocket. Are we kidding? What are we doing here?
Dude,
How does he...
he's a sack of potatoes. He's like a Pokemon. He's like a really slow Pokemon. I would never want him on a Pokemon card. Imagine you
He'd
get
be
that
the
guy.
worst, dude.
Come on, bro.
The
No
worst.
way. No way. But it was just shocking to me. You got the cornhole champion. This guy's super disabled. What do they do with him in prison? What does he become? Like somebody's ottoman? Like instead of being somebody's bitch, what are you going to do?
Yeah, he definitely... You think he could bring his legs in with him? Because he definitely got like some legs that somebody made him.
I don't even know, man. The only way I've ever seen him is kind of just
Rolling around?
like slugging it out, like slugging around. That's the only way I've ever really seen it is kind of just, I don't know. But
Yeah, because if he had legs, he would be wearing them during his cornhole plays.
yeah, probably.
Yeah, insane. This is like the time
He gets around like the teacup in Beauty and the Beast. That's how he throws the cornhole shit. But I can make fun of you, dude. You killed your homie.
Yeah, and not only that, but we haven't seen anything like this since the Blade Runner shot his bitch through the bathroom.
Facts.
So
Yeah. Oh my God. What's wrong with these guys?
these guys there, dude.
Is this
I don't
a
know.
thing?
I don't know. Maybe that wasn't just his best friend. Maybe that was his best friend. Next topic.
Oh shit.
Crazy.
Think those
right?
guys are bumping nubs over there?
Hey, it's
Holy
possible.
shit.
Speaking of violence, you see they had to cancel the fucking season of The Bachelorette because they videos leaked of this bitch beating the dog shit out of her man boo.
Dude, the fact that he's shooting a selfie while she's hitting him with a stool and
It's-
grabbing him by the hair and yanking him around like this,
Ridiculous.
it's wild. And the kids were there.
I think we got the video. You want to try
Guys,
to play
do we
it?
have the video?
I think so.
I think that's vid 3. Nope. You lied to me. You lied to me. You lied to me.
We don't have the video?
No.
There's
All
4
right.
videos.
No, 4 is empty too. 1 and 4 are empty. But anyway, so
I have it. I go over there and click on it.
yeah, so there's this chick is ragging this guy, and it's not the first time. She was supposed to be the Bachelorette, right? She was supposed to be the one
She was
that they
supposed-
compete for,
Yeah.
right?
So then
So,
they figured out this bitch is crazy.
I guarantee they tried to go along with the show, but they showed her and that video. They showed that video to the other people's representatives, their management team or whatever, and they were like, "Hell no, we ain't doing that. Absolutely not. We ain't doing that." Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now something I'm about to do. Hold up. Yo, these right here, these Athletic Brewing Company, these non-alcoholic IPAs, bro, this is kind of where it's at. They're not a sponsor. Hopefully they will be one day, but it's only 65 calories, these things. And there's no alcohol in it. And it tastes like an IPA, which I'm an IPA guy. If you don't like IPAs, fuck you.
When you're ready.
All right, I'm ready right now. Just a quick little plug for, they should cut the check, to be honest.
Oh, they about to hit us.
Yeah, it's not working. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So there's a video of this woman doing this, and it's crazy as hell. The fact that she's like beating this dude like this. Oh, is that it right there?
Yeah.
All right, look. Ragging him. And now he has to video this because they never believe
This
him.
is all you do. It's the only thing you know how to do. Holy shit. Let me go. Stop.
Bro, and they have
Dude,
kids.
leave me alone.
They have kids.
Is that your kids?
Yeah. Or her daughter.
Daughter is right here.
Her daughter. Look at
Threw
that.
the fucking stool.
Dude,
at
he
him.
needs to close the distance.
Yeah.
He needs to close the distance. He's just not managing the distance properly.
Yo, she's so bad at beating him up. She's.
Dude, he needs to, without a shadow, I got it back. Without, huh?
Back. So I didn't get to.
This is called physical abuse.
What are you doing? You running it back?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't get to see it.
Yeah. See, Taylor, this is all you do. It's the only
Look,
thing
she
you
got
know
about
how
a
to
hair.
Oh, I forgot we can't play TMZ clips.
Yes, we can. Why?
do. Let me go. Stop.
Yo, he needs to close the
leave me
distance, dude.
alone.
Close the distance, bro. She's throwing furniture at you. Either leave or close the distance.
Here.
Yo, one of the stools hits the kid, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo, all right, you can pull us away from this.
Yeah, bro.
I hate to be the guy to say this.
But
What the fuck did he do?
I don't know. That's always a question you have to ask yourself, whether it's the other way around or what. Like,
Yeah,
what
like,
precipitated this engagement?
Yeah, because people don't just go crazy. Dude, she is a ballistic.
Yeah.
She's throwing stools.
But the crazy thing is, this is her boyfriend now. She had domestic violence charges against her from her husband in a previous relationship. Like, she's just crazy with the DV. Like, she's just has no qualms with hitting her partner. And, it's just, you can't really defend yourself as a guy in that situation from a crazy woman like this, because even if you defend yourself by, let's say, just holding, going away, pushing away, something like that, you think she's going to tell the truth? I mean, you're in a lose-lose as a guy here. You need to just leave and call the police.
Yeah.
You have to just leave and call the cops. So it's crazy that she was about to be the woman that these guys were thinking they were competing for.
And she probably would have been super hot on this show, and everybody
Yeah.
would have been going crazy. And then little do they know, they would have walked these guys into a situation. Honestly, one of these guys might have not have stood for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the thing. None of these guys ever fought back. And I'm not saying that they should fight her.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if there was a possibility of that, I don't know if she'd be fucking slinging fucking stools at him.
Imagine she was on a show that was a show that's more like Casa de los Famosos, and she's on there with like Caramelo or some shit.
Oh, yeah, they would've
You know what I'm
killed that
saying?
chick.
Yo, Caramelo would have been like, "Esta chica está
They would've
loca.
killed her,
¿Qué
bro.
diablo tirando silla?"
I didn't know you were hip to that level of reality television.
Ah, man, come
I'm
on.
a big fan.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
I'm a big fan. But yeah, so The Bachelorette, it's getting pushed back this season, boys.
Yeah. She's bad shit though.
But you know
what's
because she's hot as
but
fuck.
you
dude.
know, eso sí que está loco, pa.
Yeah, of course. Dude, she can probably suck a golf ball through a garden hose. You don't get that like that. There's no doubt in my mind that she could pull the chrome off the grill of a Cadillac through her two front teeth. Because you don't, like, that level of crazy, God has a way of balancing things out.
Yeah, and that level of tolerance from the guy to just get hit and shit, like that's you know, that's a man like she broke him like a stallion.
Dude, you
That
think
man's-
that's the first time he's gotten a stool thrown at him?
No.
That distance he's created is because of, that's from years of experience. That's called historical knowledge.
But yeah, I mean, he probably needed. He's like, if I create enough distance, she'll start throwing things. This would be great for the lawyer.
Well, it's not even that. It's that she's got shittier aim than her left hook. You know what I'm saying?
She was completely accurate with the second one, hit dead on.
Yeah, well, yeah. Did you see him grabbing his hair and shit like that and hit him with the other
Yeah,
hand?
and he's like, "This is what you always do," you know. While she's like pulling his head around and shit. I'm like, "Holy shit!"
It's so crazy because the reality is that he could be smacking her up too, and we just don't know it. And this is like they just live a domestic violence relationship. But that's yeah, that was interesting. That's interesting.
Nuts. It's fucking insane. But don't tell me you left your book over there.
I did leave my book
Man,
over
this
there.
guy.
Next topic. I got 3 seconds.
Yeah, go
before
ahead,
the
man.
Next topic. How dare you?
Just watch the camera.
Yeah. You think I'm gonna? That'll be the first time I ever fucking kick over the camera. All right. Oh, I wrote this down, but this isn't really a story. There's Love on the Spectrum 4 is coming out. I don't know if it's gonna be.
Now it's getting crazy. They're gonna put them in like a helicopter or something like that.
They're gonna let them fly planes.
Bro, they're gonna let them do something.
Dude, every time I watch that show, it's so funny because I'm not even trying to be funny or make fun of anybody or like trying to like put anybody down. I just didn't know. Like, I don't know. And I get it that the spectrum is like a wide like variety, right? And there's a spectrum.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm impressed every time I watch the show. Dude, first season they had this chick on a Vespa. I was like, no way they let you fucking ride that thing.
They had him on a Vespa.
Dude, she was like a dolo. I was like, first of all, she's leaving the house. I'm like, nobody's going with her. And she puts on a leather coat and a helmet. And I'm like, no fucking way. What'd she get on a Razor scooter? Nope. She fucking starts the engine on that puppy. And I'm like, all right, yeah. And then in hindsight, it's like, how stupid are you? Of course they drive and shit. It's like, don't be ignorant, Roberto. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, but it's funny because you're being so honest about it and it's mad real, bro.
I'm not trying to make fun of them.
No,
by
I
any
know.
means, dude. I'm not
But
trying to
I
be
hear
funny.
you. When you told me like they fuck and shit,
Dude,
I
they
was
had
like,
one that's like a little bit of a perra, bro. And I was kind of like, it makes sense, right? There's got to be this horse in every community.
yeah.
But
But they
was
dug
just
them up for the show.
They dug her up, and yo, she was kind of cute. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't bad looking. And then she was the most perra one, but she also was like very like high maintenance and shit like that. Like she was like a digital creator. She was like an animator, and she was like the guy that she was looking for. Like also had to be like an animator or successful in like a tech field. Like she was like completely delusional in terms of like what she was. But she ended up finding somebody. She's not the hit of the show. The hit of the show is the guy. Obviously, it's the guy and a girl, but it's they're the cutest couple you've ever seen in your life, bro.
Yeah, you were telling me like they hold each other down
Dude,
and
they
shit.
hold each other's hands and shit. They do, but it's like it looks like it's not like hypersexualized.
It's like
cute.
kids on a play date.
Exactly.
It's like, you know, I imagine it to be like young kids like just playing on the swings and shit and being like, all right, this is my girlfriend. It's like, no, it's
They're
not really
like-
your girlfriend. He's like, this is my girlfriend. She loves Star Wars too, which means we're going to get married. You know, something like that,
Yeah, but
right?
they be kissing each other on the lips and shit.
Nah, that's weird.
Yeah, nah,
They let him do that?
Dude. One of them is just obsessed with just kissing her man. Like her parents be like, all right, bitch, slow yourself down. I'm not even kidding you. One of them, dude, every time she gets a chance, she just be right on the lips, bro. And the parents are like, all right, we get it. We get it. Don't. I told you to slow it down. Dude, their honeymoon, and I might be conflating the contestants, but one of their honeymoons, it was like them, like one of the families and the other, both the families went to Africa and went on safari because they just, both the couples, like they both love animals.
Oh.
And they went to
How rich are these people? You can't just take them to the fucking Bronx Zoo.
Nah,
You got to
bro.
take them to Africa.
This dude hit a lick. He has no idea that he's now filthy rich. But apparently...
Wait, so they gave these ones, when you go there, you got to get shots.
To Africa?
Yeah, like malaria and shit like
Imagine
that.
we're straightening them out.
So-
Imagine is that where you're going? Is that where you're going? Don't drag me down this fucking rabbit hole. I don't want to say things like this.
No, to me, I was gonna say they gave them more. I'm like, that's crazy. But you said that it straightened them out.
I'm not even trying to be funny.
I know you're not, which is what makes it so funny.
I don't want to be funny.
Because I'm not being funny
guys.
either. But god damn it, that's so funny, dude. Oh my god.
Trains. He said they love trains. I'm sure they got one on there that loves trains.
Yeah, it sounds like that one little perra loves trains too.
Nah, bro, she's dude, and she's mad successful. Like she writes like children's like animation books.
Get
and
outta
shit
here.
Like that. Dude, yeah.
Bro, you know they be doing crazy shit. I seen one of them one time. He drew a whole New York City skyline from memory. They just like to scale.
Oh, dude, the smartest people in the world.
Dude,
are,
they
like,
flew
on
him in
the-
a helicopter over the city one time. They did the route of the tour. This dude came down and with like two hands, he like drew the whole city across the whole
Both
wall.
hands working at the same
bro,
time.
at like the same time. And I was like,
Yeah.
get out of here, bro.
Yeah. Dude, I don't have a doubt in my mind that when you line up the smartest people on earth, they're on a side of the spectrum.
Yeah, I honestly, I wouldn't doubt it. They
Yeah,
gotta
if
be.
it's a spectrum, then we're all got to be on it, no?
Oh yeah, we are. We're just at the right end of it.
Okay.
You know, or
Well,
toward,
we're not even it. We're towards the right end of it, but there's something that's even further where those
Yeah.
smart guys are.
which means there's one person that's the most retarded.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't say that. That's not what I meant. I did not say that. That's not what I meant. There's a person that's the most down the spectri.
Yeah.
You know, the most spectrum-ish.
You think it's
We
like,
gotta
do you
bleep
think
that.
they think they know who it is, but then it changes every once in a while? Like they find somebody in another country?
Bro,
And
that
it's
guy
like,
is
we-
hovering in a room in Lotus somewhere. And they got him in a warehouse somewhere. And this guy is floating and they got him in like a mind control proof box,
Yeah,
dude.
he's currently like running AI. No,
He's
but
running an X-Men school somewhere.
That's what I'm saying. It's like every once in a while they think they know who the tallest dude in the world is, and then they're like, actually, there's one guy in Indonesia that's just been living there, and they don't have internet, and he's the tallest guy.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
So he's all the way down there. This
Yeah.
one guy, I'm telling you, that guy, like his brain is like outside his head and shit. And it's like, it just like kind of lives over here. It's some next level shit. It's somewhere. That spectrum is crazy.
Can you imagine we combine the last two stories and like somebody from Love on the Spectrum ends up beating the shit out of their partner,
Oh,
and
imagine.
they have to cancel the show? Can you imagine that would have happened?
Oh my God, that'd be
Like
crazy.
they got that chick in there on the Vespa throwing stools at him.
like, oh, I thought you meant like stools. Like, you meant chairs? Yo, that's so fucking funny.
Not throwing stool at
That's
him.
so funny, but
No.
nah, that shows. So it's coming out, and there was something else I wanted to talk about. That girl that was driving the Tesla.
This is an interesting one. We were talking about this on the Discord
It is
today.
very interesting.
And I think these situations are overall interesting. So let's watch the video first, and then we could talk about it because
Yeah, well, and it's the one that starts early, right? Like before she enters the vehicle or whatever.
I don't remember which
All
one
right.
I grabbed. Honestly,
So we'll check it out. So this is gonna be video 3. So this is a story. Let's just play it. How loud is that? You think?
It's loud.
What should we do? Should we play it? Just let it rock with that loud volume?
You want me to lower it down from over there?
If you could, yeah.
I'm gonna give you a volume button.
Yeah, that's what you should do. We'll do it after. But I'll give you a little rundown while he brings the volume down on that. So this so there's a woman that's driving a Tesla, and there's a lot of speculation on whether or not what she does in his video is justified. So something's going on. There's a crowd of people, and at one point she gets in the car and backs up and then drives forward and hits quite a few of them. She doesn't run anybody over. She doesn't kill anybody. What's up?
You gotta switch it first because then the volume will go back.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to switch it real quick. He's going to adjust the volume. He'll come back and then we'll jump in this together.
Hit the record button.
Yeah, I turned it off. That's good. So we're gonna play this video, and then I want to get a little bit of like a dialogue on about this. Oh, because I went back.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not that bad. If it's too loud, sorry.
Hey, none of our business.
There's a crowd of people.
That's none of our business.
They're kicking her car, kicking the car, and they're crowding her vehicle at the driver's side window.
She about to really run through. She about to really run through. She really about to run back through.
So now she drives through the crowd, but she didn't hit any of those people. I think she hit.
That chick is stacked.
So you don't see the beginning of it, right? You don't see the very beginning of it, but there's
When
a part.
she's getting in her car.
Yeah, there's a part where she's standing outside of the vehicle and she's being crowded by aggressive people. And then she gets into her car. And then that's when the sequence starts where they are yelling at her. They kick the car, whatever. She drives forward.
Spaz says there was 4 people injured.
4 people injured, yeah, but nobody was killed, and it looked like the people have tried to run them all over in the past. Like they were very skilled. The ones that did, they rolled off the hood like stuntmen.
Yeah,
I was like,
impressive. And you can hear when she backs up her car. It sounds like people are hitting her car as she backs up too.
yeah, correct. It does sound that way. So this is the beginning of this topic, kind of.
Okay.
But so to me, of course, it seems like in hindsight, there's nothing behind her, right? It's empty behind her. She could have backed
When
up.
you see the aerial shot, it does look like there's not many people behind her. There's nothing. There's no cars behind her or anything like that. It looks like she could just back out. Obviously, I'm saying this as somebody who has an aerial view. She
Yeah.
doesn't have that. And this is why this topic is so interesting, because I think that it's easy to argue either side, right? It's easy for me to say people are surrounding her car.
Yeah.
She appears to be in danger. They won't allow her to leave. This could escalate to the point that she gets pulled out of this car and it cause her harm, right? So
I mean, how many times have we seen this movie with mob mentalities outside of vehicles?
she has to get out. She has to get out of that situation as quickly as possible. Driving through the people might have been her only option. I can also argue the other side, where I have this aerial view where I say, well, she could have just backed out of there. She could have backed out and left. She could have went slowly, backed up, got out of there.
But, this is all logical thinking, not with your adrenaline rushing, with people kicking and pounding on your car.
100%.
You make that, I think that call is easier to make in a regular, typical scenario.
Yeah, we have to outline the facts. It's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
She's surrounded.
Yeah.
People are kicking her car. She's afraid, rightfully so.
Not for nothing. I don't know how she got there, what she was there for, or who she was supposed to be with, but she didn't really look like that's her neighborhood.
Oh, she was definitely going to see like NBA YoungBoy or some shit like that.
Yeah, she looked like she was in an area that she hasn't been before.
Maybe, or she could be one of the ones that just,
Nah, I think she had no tats.
I'm not going to sit here and...
She had you know what I'm saying? I'm speculating, but it didn't look to me like that's her neighborhood. And a Tesla. I mean, I don't know. There were a lot of things to me that didn't add up like that.
But she was definitely there at 2 a.m.
She was there at 2 a.m.
And she also was arrested for driving under the influence, right?
Yeah, which they suspected her. They said allegedly that she smelled like alcohol and was slurring her speech, bloodshot eyes.
Yeah. And she's underage. They found a fake ID in the car. So it's like, although they might not be her group, she's doing activities.
Yeah, she's over there. But I'm saying in terms of her fear with what the news is pumping. The news is constantly pushing all kinds of fear mongering shit like that constantly. So, there's a lot of things that play into, I'm sure, her reaction. Now, is it normal to run people over? But, she didn't run people over into a building, where you could tell that, maybe hitting them wasn't her primary objective. She went out to the street and left.
When you look at the overhead shot, it looks like she was like kind of aiming at somebody with that car because she went like out and then in.
Maybe.
And
I
also,
mean,
she didn't run anybody into a building because there was no building there.
yeah, and you don't know, we don't know what was said, what transpired. We don't know what the motivation was, but I'm just saying I could see somebody being afraid in that scenario.
100%. But does this validate like her actions?
I mean, I think only details need to come out because I don't know. What if somebody's like, I'll shoot you. I'll shoot this bitch or something like that. And she's like, ah, we don't know what was said, what transpired. Mob mentality is crazy.
They just shot somebody, a couple weeks ago for trying to hit him with a car.
Yeah, the cops, right?
Yeah.
The cops did. Yeah. So, but the other crazy thing is there were cops there in the video. There's police.
Ridiculous. They had that one cop. She was frumping over there and terrible running for him. But I guess she just didn't make it there in time, or they didn't feel like it was that much of a situation that they should rush to. But yeah, there were cops there. Crazy.
Yeah, there were police there and they did
shouldn't
nothing.
have happened. Yeah, that
no,
shouldn't
they
have
did
happened.
nothing. They should have intervened. They should have either protected her or broke the crowd up because you could tell that crowd's getting aggressive, crowd's getting loud and shit, and people are starting to get
kicking
stupid.
this girl's car.
And it's 2:30 in the morning. Nothing
Yeah.
good happens at that time. Everybody's liquored up. Everybody I can guarantee was at a club or a party or something.
Yeah.
Somewhere where people were partying. And 2 a.m. in a party kind of vibe is not a good thing.
It's
Unless
not a good look. There was a guy out there with white pants on. It's the middle of March.
Yeah, bro.
It's a bad sign, bye.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Follow the fashion rules, bro. But yeah, I don't know. Time is gonna tell what happened. I mean, they said she got a DWI, but didn't blow. She refused to blow. They said she failed field sobriety tests. So she failed the field sobriety test, but no breathalyzer. So I don't know, man. We're gonna have to see what's up.
What's your opinion on the field sobriety test? You think that's like you think you'd be able to
On
pass
a what?
it sober, the field sobriety test?
The field sobriety test.
You think that you could be sober and possibly fuck that up?
Yeah, I think you could be sober and fuck that up.
You ever seen the boat one?
No.
I be watching that live PD shit. The boat one's crazy. The boat one, they be having you do shit like this and shit.
No way.
Yeah, they be having you throw fucking signs up and shit.
Get outta here.
Dude, I'm telling you, that one, everybody's drunk. I haven't seen a single person pass that one.
Well, that's because, boating in its culture is like, it's kind of like,
Boating and drinking go together.
kind of, you know what I mean? Even the thing is, like, people are allowed to drink on the boat if they're not driving the boat. That's the thing. So your passengers could drink the whole time. So unless you have a captain that you hired to specifically drive the boat and it's just one of your friends, chances are they might have had one or two.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man, but we'll see what happens with her. Do we, what else we got?
I think that's it. Unless there's another page here. That's it.
Nice. Look at that, man. Freaking timer's
Just like
legit. It's
that. What do you guys-
8:01.
Tell us what you guys think about the timer.
It's 8:01.
Should we put that buzzer of the next topic in here so
Can you
they
do
can
that?
hear it too? Of course I could do it.
Huh. All right. Yeah, we should do that. But yeah, man, that's it, man. So now make sure you guys check out the Instagram because a lot of the stuff that we talk about here. Oh, we didn't talk about Jack Reacher.
Oh, I don't have it written down.
You don't?
No.
All right. I wanted to touch on this real quick. We got a couple minutes because we did start late.
Yeah, I don't have that written down.
But I wanted to talk about this Jack Reacher video that, I don't even know his real name. I forget. But he's the big, huge brolic dude that plays Jack Reacher on the crazy TV show. He's like an action hero type of guy. And he got into an altercation with a neighbor in his community while he was riding his motorcycle. So I'm going to play the video for you guys real quick so you can see how that went down. Out riding his bike, and now this is his GoPro footage. This guy gets in front of him, he jams on the brakes, and eats shit.
Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Stand in front of a fucking bike again, dude. You threatened my fucking safety, bro. Are you kidding me? I should not be a fucking around. Go ahead, go out. Go now. I've called the BPD. I've called them already because you've been driving around this fucking neighborhood like a fucking lunatic. Lunatic. There's kids fighting around here. Go ahead. Are you drunk right now, bro? Go ahead. Are you drinking? Go ahead. Call police.
That guy's got a motorcycle outside too.
He should have. He said you did. I don't know how long it goes after this.
It's a 4-minute video.
All right, we'll just come back. So if you haven't seen the rest of the video, there's another angle of a cell phone camera from the side from people that aren't involved in the altercation. And they're filming them. And the movie star, the Jack Reacher character, the guy that plays Jack Reacher, ends up kind of beating this guy up. He hits him a few times, punches him. The guy falls.
Alan Rickton.
So he ends up smacking this guy around, beating him up a little bit, but nothing crazy. Punched him a couple times, didn't even really hit him. The guy didn't get knocked out, anything like that. It wasn't crazy. And there's now a debate online about who was in the right. Is it this guy for thinking that he drove too fast around the neighborhood and getting in front of his bike?
Even if you do feel like I've been driving too fast in the neighborhood, it's not appropriate for you to get into the middle of the street and challenge me. Yeah. Right? You should call the police. That's probably my answer to like anybody who says anything to me about something I'm doing in public. It's like, oh, you can't park there. You're doing this. You're doing that. There are a group of people that we pay to make sure that we're all following the rules. Contact them and tell them that I'm not following the rules.
Yeah.
It's not your place to come and tell me anything. And if you do feel like you can do that, and you fucking put your hands on me, you're going to get what this guy got. This guy got the shit kicked out of him. There's a video of him getting mopped the fuck up.
Yeah, but it wasn't a crazy ass whooping. He only hit him a couple times.
Well, because he was balled up like a bitch.
Yeah, but, people do crazy shit. He very easily could have kicked him to the body, started kicking him in the head. He could have done a lot of shit to the guy. The guy cowered on the floor after beginning the altercation. The guy starts the fight and then cowers like a little bitch on the floor.
He was throwing some good punches, though.
Yeah, the guy shows his injuries. He's taking pictures and posting it online like a little bitch, so.
After you started this.
He starts the altercation, had no idea how to defend himself, clearly. He was just talking all this shit and causing this fight. But really wasn't ready to do anything. So it's like, who won this? Now you made this guy beat you up in front of his kids. You made him drop his bike. Yeah. Which is crazy to me. And the whole bike community is lighting up the Instagram. If you guys aren't following the Instagram, make sure you guys hit the hit the link down in the description of this video and make sure that you follow us, because we're doing, reactions to things on the internet. We're vowing off of politics, and we're just talking about kind of the world of the internet, and what's going on there is a lot of what we've been talking about lately. So if there's any videos you guys are interested in, send them to us. And there's reactions on the Instagram that are getting a lot of engagement, and a lot of people are involved from the community that are getting involved there. So,
Spaz says, if he tried to cause the biker to fall, I'd have a different opinion. But all he did was stand in the road.
Who said that?
Spaz said that.
Yeah, but you can't stand in the road in front of a motorcycle. That's not that's. They stop differently. It's just not a good thing. The person's at much more risk of injury.
Also, he caused him to fall.
Yeah.
So if he wasn't in the street, he wouldn't have pulled off that terrible Indo and dropped him and fell off his motorcycle. So while I'm not an avid motorcycle rider, I don't think it's cool that you just jump in front. Even a car.
Yeah.
A car, you're just lucky because you can lock up the brakes. You can't fall off of it.
Yeah.
But you could hit the brakes and somebody could go slamming against the dashboard. Your kid could not have his seatbelt on and could come through the front window. Like, these are all things that could have been easily avoided by him just taking a video of whatever he did and calling the cops.
Yeah. And
or approaching that guy at his house.
Yeah, to me,
which is crazy. It might have been crazy.
To me, I think it's a weird scenario, because if you stand in front of a car, you're the one most in danger. You stand in front of a motorcycle, you're both in pretty much equal danger.
Yeah, because you're getting hit with a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And this guy's going to get flung off said motorcycle.
And he's going to get flung off. If you get hit by a car,
And this guy's obviously a rider. There's a motorcycle in front of his house.
Yeah, and for him to be saying, "Oh, you're driving around here like a maniac," or whatever he was saying, "You're driving around here like a lunatic." He wouldn't have been able to stop like that if he was riding like a lunatic. You know what I mean?
He didn't. Yeah, he's riding with his kids.
He's riding with his kids, and he stopped like he was rolling up to this guy. You know, there was zero forward trajectory when he fell. He fell right over to the side, which means he was going very slow. If you're jamming on the brakes and you're going as fast as this guy is saying he's been riding, over the handlebars you go.
He did kind of go over the handlebars.
Not really.
Either way,
He didn't flip. I mean, I flipped over the handlebars of a dirt bike before, and
I think
it's a different thing.
I also think that he's definitely not like, he doesn't have 14 seasons of riding underneath him, I don't think.
Yeah, I
feel
don't
like
either.
he could have avoided that.
Yeah, either avoided it, or who knows if the kids were alongside him.
Yeah, but also you shouldn't have to. People shouldn't be going in the middle of the street. I can think of 10 other ways that this guy could have handled this
Yeah.
that are better than this. But that's also hindsight.
It's the most Karen behavior ever. This is something a 70-year-old woman does that doesn't understand repercussions or anything.
We used to throw the basketball at cars that used to drive too quickly on our block when we were playing ball. If like they were like interrupting the game, then they like sped past the game, we would throw the basketball at the car.
Yeah.
Which is similar to what's going on here.
Yeah, but this here is next level.
Yeah.
You
we
know,
were also
so
children and dumb. This guy's dumb and an adult. So
yeah. So who knows? He looks like an obnoxious dentist or something. He just looks like, what do you think he does? What do you think this guy does?
he definitely is an eye doctor.
Yeah, you think so? You think he's
Yeah,
like
ophthalmologist.
ophthalmology?
Yeah, he does ophthalmology or he's a CPA.
Yeah, and this is in Tennessee where this happened. So this is in a neighborhood in Tennessee. So my boy Jack Reacher ain't a Hollywood guy, that's for sure, because Tennessee is America. It's America, God's country. You know, so I don't know. I found it to be interesting. Go on the Instagram. There's a huge conversation in the comment section of people talking about kind of the motorcycle community. People. It seems like most people are on the actor's side.
Yeah.
Seems like most people are on his side.
It's
So
difficult. This guy kind of asked for this.
he did. He really did ask for it. But it
Even
seems to be that they don't expect anything physical to happen to anyone ever.
I don't think it ever needs to get to that point, but you need to understand that like when you give somebody no option, like if you put he put his hands on him.
Yeah, he like
shoved
shoved him.
him.
And he admit to it.
He admits to shoving him first. It's like, I don't think that he should have got off that bike and started beating the shit out of this dude. If he did, I don't think I would have fucking thought it was crazy. I would have been like, well, you know, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. But at the same time, like, I'm not advocating for violence. I'm just like, this guy started it and then this other guy finished it. Simple as that.
There's just lines when they're crossed. Violence, is likely.
You thought you were going to push him in front of his fucking two kids?
In front of his kids, you're going to push this guy after his adrenaline is crazy, after you just made him dump his bike?
Yeah.
Like, you make him fall, he dumps his bike, and then you're going to antagonize the guy and
Vintage Kawasaki, he just fucking laid down.
Come on, you know what I'm saying?
Are you kidding me? Now
Come
you're about
on,
to get
guy.
beat up in front of my two kids on their electric motorcycles.
Yeah, in front of my two kids, and that is going to be a life lesson for him. Like, listen, Junior, I don't advocate for violence, but every now and then a guy needs a life-changing moment in his life where he needs his ass whipped. And today, your father gave him his lesson.
Yeah.
That was it. Every guy needs their ass whooped once in their life, and that guy never got his ass whipped. To step to a dude that size and no understanding of how to fight, you just cower on the floor. To step to a guy that size, you never been hit. You never been hit.
I could tell the way he was curled up. that he'd never been hit.
My God, that shit
Dude,
was
there's
crazy.
a video of him curled up in front of his neighbor's house, getting
my
the
God.
shit punched out of him.
Dude, that is so embarrassing, bro. That's so embarrassing.
Because he started it.
Yeah.
If you get beat up, that's totally different.
Yeah.
If you don't start something, somebody starts it with you, and then and then you're down protecting yourself, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
But if you start the fight, and then this guy finishes it, and then you curl up in the fetal position.
Yeah. Come on. What do you think dinner was like at Reacher's house?
Oh, dude.
You think his kid was like, Mom, let me tell you what Dad did?
Not a doubt in my mind that there was a
Yeah.
BJC to follow that fucking ass whooping.
Yeah. You think he got the biggest piece of chicken that night or what?
Dude, and I think she told him, don't shower.
Yeah.
I want to taste his sweat. She's pregnant. I'll tell you right now, Number 3's on the way. He knocked her up.
Little fucker's gonna come out on a bike.
Yeah. You
Yo,
kidding me?
That's fucking funny.
That kind of
man.
testosterone, that kind of, when you beat the shit out of your neighbor,
Dude.
when they started it, I'm not saying you should beat the
Yeah.
shit out of your neighbor. I'm saying if they fucking put their hands on you and then you, as a result, beat the shit out of them, you come home
Had it coming.
loaded.
Yeah, dude. I just think I'm like, how could you step to this guy yelling at him like this? And he came at him on 100, like he wanted to fight. And, we're going to leave it at that because we're over.
Leave me a letter. Leave me a letter on my door or something like
Yeah,
that.
put something on my windshield or something. You know what I mean?
Do me a favor. Stop driving like a dick.
Yeah, it is what it is. But
Just be a gentleman.
just if you're a pussy, shut up, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I should have did this to the fucking ranger that was talking shit to us
That's-
on. Oh, you didn't come golfing with us this weekend.
I didn't. No, what happened?
We had this fucking ranger come up to us because we had 2 wheels parked on the. You know when you get to the tee box, and it's like the roadway, and then there's the grass, and then you get up on the tee box, like the elevated tee box. 2 of the wheels, like half of 2 of the wheels, I was parked like I had came in this way because there was like a discrepancy about which hole we were going to, and then then somebody else that we golf with was parked this way. He had his 2 side tires on the grass, and I had my 2 front tires on the grass, barely on the grass, and somebody else who I called him the ranger, but I don't even think he was playing. He looked like somebody that worked there. Because I think I remember this guy.
Okay.
And he was like, "Yo, can you guys get your carts off the grass? You're on the tee box." And we just ignored him because he was not being friendly, and we kind of just kept it moving. I put my foot down and wheeled my cart back, and I was literally off of the grass. But I was like, "We're not on the fucking tee box. Like, you just want to come up to us and say something to us."
Yeah.
Like, this is the exact same situation. Like, it's like you don't. Just come up to people and just be fucking friendly. You
Yeah.
don't have to be a dick to get somebody. Like, if you think that we're parked where we shouldn't be parked, hey guys, I'm so and so, I work here. You guys, can you guys just pull the carts back? Try to keep off of that, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Even if you don't work there, hey, can you guys not park there, please?
The crazy thing is when these people have this kind of nerve and they have no authority. They have 0 authority. Like this guy, whether he works there or not, he didn't state that he works there, and it
didn't.
seemed like he was playing. Which to me, you don't have authority. You're
He
not
was
telling
on the
me
16th.
shit.
He was the reason why another reason why we think he worked there because he was on the 16th hole. We were on the 11th, and we had an 8 a.m. tee time,
Oh, so he worked there but got an early round in.
and he was by himself.
Okay, yeah. Was he walking it?
He had a car, I think.
Okay, but in any
I
case,
remember he was playing from the tips too. He even hit a good shot, and then after that he ran up and I was in my cart waiting for them to tee off, and I already teed off, and he startled me because he came up next to me, and literally we all just didn't say anything to him because we were all just kind of taken aback, like, what the fuck are you saying? Why are you saying anything to us?
yeah, that's so weird. I don't know, man. I'm glad I wasn't there.
He made me want to take a fucking divot out the fucking on the green. No, it's like
Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't there.
It's just annoying. It's like,
Yeah, it's fucking that pissed me off, and I'm this is days later.
what are you talking about, dude? We're on it's half of the tire, and we're not on the tee. The way he made it sound, you would have thought that we were parked in between the 2 blue fucking stakes.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's an elevated tee box. We're parked at the base. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You've played there.
yeah,
I'm sure it was crazy. I was kind of like, that's what you're saying is just not true.
yeah.
And
I
why
saw
are
the
you
scores. You guys had a good game.
I had a fucking terrible game. The worst fucking. I played so bad, dude.
Yeah, it's so difficult to stay consistent. I can't get into golf. I'll keep talking about golf.
We're not gonna talk about it. I was great off the tees,
Yeah,
but fuck me, my mid game, short game was terrible.
yeah. I was great. I was great off the tees last week, but every other part of my game was abysmal.
Spaz says, "What up, Bubby?" Spaz says, "I rewatched the video. I can't. The stupid heart is in the way." Okay, Berto's gonna love this. I rewatched the video. I'm wrong. Oh,
About what? What video?
he's saying he rewatched the Jack Reacher video. Why is there a border around this fucking thing? Is that just my screen? Do you see that border too?
What border?
You see like the
Oh.
white border? Is that on your phone? It's all right, Tom.
No, I think that's just some shitty
Some
Android
shit.
Some
Yeah, I
shitty
knew you
Android
would say
shit.
that.
That's
I'm
some
probably
shitty
doing
Android shit.
fucking witchcraft right now. All right, that's it. We're over by quite some time.
Yeah, but we did finish on time. It was just
Yeah.
we got off on a little tangent, but
I'm watching DTF. If you guys are looking for something to watch DTF St. Louis. I think that's what it's called. DTF St. Louis.
yeah, that's
Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman is legit. Love that guy.
Yeah, real good show.
But,
I think there's only like 3 episodes in, so you guys have time.
Yeah, Master None episode 293. We're 7 episodes away from our 300th episode. So make sure you guys get on the ball now. I'm telling you guys, man. We've been doing this podcast. We've been sticking to it, like tried and true for years. We go live for you guys. We live stream every single time when nobody else is live streaming. Not with the consistency we are. That's didn't just funnel an audience over. So
Yeah,
check
we're
us
not
out.
NBA players.
Yeah, we're
We're
not.
not retired NBA players. We're not retired mobsters.
Yeah.
We're not fucking.
We're not comedians.
We're not comedians.
Not comedians that are anywhere, touring and shit. But, Master None Podcast, episode 293. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you never miss a single video, single episode, single live stream. And check us out on social media. Get involved on the Instagram. It's down in the description. Make sure you click it. Make sure you follow. Make sure you check out the stories and all the posts that we do, reactions to videos. Just bullshitting about what's going on the internet and in the media sphere. But check us out on audio podcast platforms if you don't find us on your favorite audio podcast platform.
Join the Discord. Join the Discord and harass us since we placed the podcast in your secure podcast listening platform. Join the Discord anyways, because a lot of stuff we're talking about, most of the stuff that we end up talking about on the podcast, we discuss it on the Discord and kind of get back and forth, have some back and forth about it. We're playing video games on there, and there's feed pics. Bye.
That's it. I'm going to talk a little bit over it so that they don't kill us for the sample.
When you get to